us. Novi is 55 years old, born on the 3rd of Malachite in the year 1004. It's an old world, and I always forget how old this world is. I mean, you can lurk. Like, you're totally entitled to lurk, Max. Don't even worry about it. I kind of want you guys to know where my head's at with this shit. How many times, like, I've told you twice now, that is not a public command pilot. It's quite a bit of history. Yeah, it's an old world. He is swayed by emotional appeals and has a low sense of self-esteem. Hey, it's me. He lives in a high-energy kinetic pace and is somewhat uncomfortable around those that appear unusual or live differently from himself. He likes to brawl, and he tends to make a small mess of his own possessions and he tends to be a little wasteful when working on projects. Okay, that's not like me. He tends to share his own experiences and thoughts with others, and he occasionally overindulges. He has little interest in joking around, and he's rarely happy or enthusiastic. He is conflicted by this as he values parties and merrymaking in the abstract. He can handle stress, definitely not like me, and he is trusting. He needs alcohol to get through the working day. Bastet does not generally respond to emotional appeals. She forms strong emotional bonds with others, at times to her detriment. She feels best when everyone gets along, without any strife or contention. She is not careful with resources when working on projects, and she often spends unnecessary effort. She is quick to anger and has a tendency to consider ideas and abstractions over practical applications. She is assertive, and she rolls her eyes when she's exasperated. Needs alcohol to get through the working day. Dragon Man is 73 years old, born on the 13th of Hematite in the year 986. A little bit older out of the other dwarves. Short and obese, his hair is wavy. His long sideburns are braided, and his medium-length mustache is neatly combed. Personally sees sacrifice as wasteful and foolish, values eloquence, dreams of mastering his skill. Brass eyes. You feel 73? My knees feel 73. Generally acts impartially and is rarely moved to mercy. Doesn't mind wearing something special now and again and tries to keep things orderly. He is rarely happy or enthusiastic, and he is conflicted by this as he values parties and merrymaking in the abstract. You need alcohol to get through every day? I need other substances, but... this one took about 4.5 hours. Max. I started generating this one when I did my last interview with Tarn, and it went for another 3 hours after I finished the interview. He tries to keep things orderly and is rarely happy and enthusiastic. He's conflicted by this as he values parties and merrymaking in the abstract, often nervous and is a friendly individual. Tends to think before acting and can handle stress. He's quite polite and tends to think before acting. He values artwork and its creation and is brave in the face of imminent danger. Winks during conversations and needs alcohol to get through the working day. That might be... Dragon Man, you might be our military dwarf. I think that Dragon Man might be a military dwarf. Brander Buddy is 72 years old, born on the 18th of Slate in the year 987. She is short, and she has an angular chin. Her hair is clean-shaven, and she has a scratchy voice. She personally values hard work and dreams of crafting a masterwork someday. Often feels filled with joy and rarely looks on others with lust. All right. She tends to assume the worst of two outcomes will be the one that comes to pass, and she tends to share her own experiences and thoughts with others. She finds helping others to be emotionally rewarding, and she often feels envious of others. She often feels nervous and doesn't handle stress well. Occasionally overindulges and doesn't tend to hold on to grievances. Personally prefers that everyone live as harmoniously as possible, and she is not particularly interested in what others think of her. She tries to keep her things orderly, and she tenses up when she's nervous. She needs alcohol to get through the working day. Yeah, I'm actually thinking like winking randomly during conversation is kind of creepy. Like, I think if I got randomly winked at, while talking with somebody face to face, I would freak out a little bit. I'd be like, what are you doing? Maybe it's less weird culturally for dwarves. Maybe it's less weird culturally for these dwarves, yeah. I don't see that often amongst dwarves, so I wouldn't say it's like a cultural thing. It's only generally a cultural thing if it's something common between all of them. Like if they all have that trait, then it could potentially be a cultural thing. But it's just that one dwarf that has that trait. Pilot is 64 years old, born on the 7th of Moonstone in the year 995. Charcoal hair? Well, that's different. A crew's skin? What color are your eyes? Brass. They all have brass-colored eyes. Personally prefers a noisy and bustling life to boring days without activity. Respects the law and is somewhat put off by trade and commerce. Doesn't particularly care about craftsdwarfship. Face just winks for out of reason. It's like a nervous twitch haze. She lives a slow-going and leisurely pace. She is prone to hatreds and often develops negative feelings. She has an active imagination and tends to be a little tight when working on resources. With resources when working on projects. There we go. She tries to keep her things orderly and rarely develops positive feelings. Doesn't try to get things done perfectly, and she thinks she is fairly important in the grand scheme of things. She has a greedy streak, and she can handle stress. She occasionally overindulges and exhales sharply when she becomes exasperated. She needs alcohol to get through the working day. Peter is 77 years old, born in the year 982 in the 25th of Opal. Also, his extremely dense hair is wavy. Medium-length sideburns, neatly combed. What color is your hair? What color are your eyes? His head is very short. His eyebrows are incredibly high. Deeply recessed chin. His eyes are brass, skin is ecru, and his hair is ecru. Okay. Takes no pleasure in his talents and appearance. He's a pessimist, dreams of mastering a skill. He likes to keep things practical without delving deeply into the abstract. Could be considered rude and tends to be a bit stubborn in changing his mind about things. He tends to hang on to grievances and prefers to present himself modestly. He sometimes acts with little determination and confidence. When he's working, his body becomes very still. I've seen that one before. This is very tense and focused. Finally, Belug. She is 73 years old, born on the 12th of Felsite in the year 986. It's great when we all get the chance to be married together. Personally values cooperation. Doesn't care about craftsdwarf or about friendship. She values cooperation and doesn't care about friendship, dreams of mastering a skill. You know, if she wasn't weak, clumsy, really slow to heal, really susceptible to disease, and remarkably flimsy, I would say this would be a really good military dwarf. Just from that description. She has little time for forgiveness and will rarely seek retribution. She's confident under pressure, and she generally is unhindered by the thoughts of others concerning her actions. She is rarely happy or enthusiastic and conflicted by this as she values parties and merrymaking in the abstract. She is not inherently proud of her talents and accomplishments and likes to brawl. She doesn't often feel proud of her talents and accomplishments. Oh, I missed that. She often feels envious of others and tends to make a small mess with her own possessions. She occasionally overindulges, and she is stubborn. She has a greedy streak, and she is grateful when others help her out. She tries to return favors, and she likes to take it easy. She winks when she's nervous, and she talks to herself whenever she gets bored. She exhales sharply when she's angry and needs alcohol to get through the working day. Yeah, they do all have a lot of weird personality quirks. Yeah, every dwarf needs alcohol to get through the working day. It's when a dwarf needs alcohol to get through the working day and they can't remember the last time they had some that you get worried. So, as the epic music kicks in, the fortress is Giftvault, which I'm going to put in the title so I don't forget it. The name of the fortress is Giftvault. The group name is the Gifts of Candy. And the group symbol is an image of dwarves, toy boats, toy axes, toy hammers. The two dwarves are admiring the toy boats, and they're raising the toy axes, and they are laboring. They already finished making the hammers, obviously. They wink to show their interest in gifting in this world and how they're going to kill you afterwards. For items, I might actually take the wooden shit. Like the buckets, crutches, wheelbarrow. Because we're not going to have any much in the way of wood.
Toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat.
Thanks, Cook, for the $2. Cheers, man. Were those all ad bits? I'm out of coffee. I need to pour me more coffee. I'm gonna bring a bunch of logs with me because I don't know how much wood we're gonna get. I'm gonna bring a bunch of extra ale, bunch of extra wine and ale and beer. Let's grab some cats and some dogs. I think we'll keep it simple. Cats, dogs, living together. You're the ad bitch. It's not just you, it's you and Von Rollin. I've been getting a lot of ads. I'm gonna bring I'm gonna bring some hens and a rooster. And I guess put the rest into ale. So we got 30 logs, so I can make some beds for starters. Because I don't know how much wood we're going to get. And I want to say, based on that embark, we're not going to get any. So. All right. Well, Novi, Bastet, Dragon Man, Brander Buddy, Pilot, Peter, and Belug. Strike the earth. Also what? You have arrived after a journey from the mountain homes into the forbidding wilderness beyond. Your harsh trek has finally ended, and your party of 7 is to make an outpost for the glory of all Ognet Id. I am really fucking jealous, Kukra. Fucking congrats, dude. There are almost no supplies left, but with stout labor comes sustenance, whether by bolt, plow, or hook. Provide for your dwarves. You were expecting a supply caravan just before the winter entombs you. We're supposed to get that next month, I think. They're going to start doing that stuff. Is there snowberry wine in DF? What's a snowberry? Genuine question. Whether by bolt, plow, or hook, provide for your dwarves. You're expecting a supply caravan just before the winter entombs you. But it is spring now. Actually, no, it's like the end of winter. Enough time to delve secure lodgings. Ere the giant dingoes get hungry. A new chapter of Dwarven history begins here at this place, Giftvault. Strike the earth. My knee-jerk reaction would be no in that case. Well, it's definitely not the shape I was expecting. So that's chalk. The walls are made of chalk. And then there's just straight up ice up at the top. Well, at least that's going to be a year-round glacier, I'm almost certain. What kind of block is that? Kilonite. There's also this little river there. I doubt that'll ever thaw. What time of year is it? Late winter? First of obsidian? The perk of being a hospital during the pandemic? No, totally. I mean, you need to get a vaccine for that, but... We're digging down to lava for some warmth. I kind of want to do a bit of both. I think building in the ice would be kind of cool. Like, I'm kind of thinking about having, like, the main fort up here. Kind of deal. Like, getting secure lodging set up in here. The problem is we need food. Oh. Yeah, healthcare workers need it primarily. Like, I'll be in the first wave of people getting it once it hits public. Well, there's Yetis. So we did definitely embark somewhere far north. We did definitely end up north. What's the exclamation point invest? Nothing of importance, technically. It's a chat minigame that you can use to gamble the tickets you earn just by passively watching the stream. All right, so I think we're going to dig into this chalk/ice area. Because it's got a very nice wintry feel to it. So we can build stuff out of ice. That, or we could... Chat, what do you guys think? Should we dig in the chalk area primarily or in the ice area? I'm also, I'll be honest, a little bit worried that, like, about the possibility of, you know, shit just thawing, which I don't think it will. Ice is colder, that's for sure. Oops. So the Halloween fort that we did in this world, we built a lighthouse by digging down to the lava and pumping lava up from the deep, 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 deep. I need kind of a project goal for this fort. So this will be something I'm going to play by ear until something that sounds right pops up. Because, you know, everyone needs a goal for everything. This is just going to be kind of our living space for right now while we figure out where the fuck we're going to get food and things. Then start digging in ice. I mean, I kind of don't think this is going to melt because it's literally a hill. And if it did, that would, like, break my brain a little bit about everything I know about DF's World Gen. So I don't think this is going to melt because it is a hill. I'm expecting it to be permafrost. You know what? Actually, let's make this big enough so that wagons can come in. Yeah, the investments happen every 45 minutes, so if you want to gamble with the chit-chat, you gotta wait for them to be open. Yeah, currently it's a 49-minute cooldown, so it's a 50-minute cooldown total, technically. All right, so now we need miners. Who's the expedition leader? Dragon Man is the expedition leader. Dreams of mastering a skill, sees sacrifices wasteful and foolish, and values eloquence. Generally acts impartially, is rarely moved to mercy, and doesn't mind wearing something special now and again. Has an iron will and a very good focus. Is agile but quick to tire and slow to heal. Well, I did say this at the beginning, so we should do this. Dragon Man, since you're going to be our military commander, I have a very important question. What do you name your squad? If you want to name it. Otherwise, just say streamer pick name if you want me to pick a name. By the way, shoutouts to everybody who watches my YouTube videos because this is my stats right now. This thing's getting fucking 500 views an hour. That's like crazy, actually. That's a lot for me. So thanks to everybody who watches my YouTube videos because that's wild. Want me to choose a Christmas name? Choose whatever the heck you want. Does YouTube pay me more than Twitch? Not even remotely fucking close to as much as I make on Twitch. No, the vast majority of the money I make comes from Twitch. YouTube, I get like... This is the best month I've ever had on YouTube, and I've made like 200 bucks in the last month. Balls of smashing? Done. All right. You dream of raising a family. Bastet, you can be a miner. Brander, you dream of crafting a masterwork. B-Lug, what was you? You want to master skill. B-Lug, you can also probably join the military, but currently I'm going to give you mining. Yeah, Twitch doesn't pay me to stream. People pay me to stream on Twitch. So, the majority of the funding I get from Twitch comes from people who are subscribed to the channel, and people who tip me. So I make a full-time living primarily off of the Twitch channel. The YouTube is side hustle bonus. I mean, some of the news videos do all right, but most of the videos I get like less than 10 cents. I'm doing quite well currently on the news videos, but those are the only videos that actually make me any money. That and my Patreon. It's like Twitch, Patreon, YouTube. Twitch is the highest, where I make the majority of my money. Patreon is second, and then YouTube is third. But you know, it's nice to have a revenue stream from YouTube. Most of the time, like I make like under $100 a month on YouTube. And but it's been like most of summer, it was like less than $100 a month. Saw those cats and they startled me. I'm seeing combat. I should pause the game while I pour coffee. Yeah, no, totally. A dog is fighting with a Yeti. Where'd that Yeti go? It's just walking away. Oh, nope, it's coming towards. Yetis aren't inherently aggro though, but they are kind of scary, so kind of got to be careful. Yeah, no, that's the hoped outcome generally when it comes to YouTube, is that people will come over to the stream from YouTube. But I can talk about money stuff because I find it interesting, but if you guys get annoyed, let me know. You know, and to anybody who wants to support the stream, the best place to support the stream is on the Patreon, secondarily followed by Twitch. So I think kind of the ideal thing for me is that people subscribe at a low tier on Twitch just so that they get ad-free viewing. That's the ideal. And then if you actually want to support me, then Patreon. Oh yeah, I designated it a minute ago by hand. I do everything by hand. I'm also redesignating it right now as a higher level. Let's hope that that Yeti stays away. I also have a horse. We're gonna need to eat that horse. Of course, there's also the very real possibility that this whole thing melts. So let's hope it doesn't. It shouldn't. Be very weird if it did. Well, they're both miners now. Satisfied at work, annoyed when caught in a snowstorm. Faithful worshipper of the Tan. The deity of the turquoise rock takes the form of a female dwarf and is associated with caverns and mountains. But no, I also realize that a large portion of the people who watch the news stuff on YouTube will never watch my streams, and that's totally fair. I don't really expect people to. I don't even use DF hacks, so you know. Best time of year, Pablo. Let me tell you, best time of year. It's not even close. The best method to get a horse or animal to the butcher? Press Z, press animal, select the animal, press B to butcher, and they'll just butcher it. I mean, if you want, I guess you could pasture them next to the butcher. Did that Yeti leave? Oh, hey, giant mountain goats. I'll bet you those taste delicious. It actually feels like you're getting fresh air. Yeah. Glad I could be of service, Redbeard. Because, yeah, you can also select the individual animals separately. You can do it that. Whoa! Dude. Pero. Okay, hold up. First off, thank you very much for gifting 5 subscriptions, okay? It's the first thing. Hey, Grim Fox. The second thing, thank you very much for making them land on Maelstrom, Scourgy, Taurus, Gengel, and the Black Ark. So cheers to you guys. And chat, can I get a big round of beers for gifting those 5 subs? Thanks for helping pay my bills. And pad out that sub count. Keep those numbers up. Cheers, man. Thanks, Voidbit, for making me go away. I need the day off, frankly. Yeah, this is what takes forever in large worlds, is the quarterly saves. They take forever. It takes 10,000 years, frankly. But it's fine. I remember I timed it in the last fort I did in this world, and it took like 3.5 minutes at one point to to save, which is like, so I work 7 days a week, Red Baron. Even on my day off, I end up working like 5 to 6 hours, like just editing shit. So you guys can earn channel points to, like just watching the stream, and then you can put them into that make me take a day off challenge. And whenever we fill up that bar, I will just take the next day off, but actually not do any work instead of working anyway. You can't accidentally butcher pets. They will not butcher claimed pets. So if a dwarf has a pet, you cannot butcher it. You cannot select a pet to be butchered. So you can't accidentally butcher pets. It's not an issue. Thanks, Redbeard. There we go. Done saving. Yeah, that was like over 2 minutes. All right, let's make a Mason's Workshop, and I think we'll give that to Novi. You dream of raising a family. Dragon Man dreams of mastering a skill. So we're gonna make Dragon Man into our Mason. Or worth a mint? You mean worth a lot? Never heard the term worth a mint before. I don't believe I've ever actually seen a mermaid in DF. I've seen like mako sharks. I've seen many sharks. I've never seen a whale. I've never seen mermaids. Yeah, so I don't think this is gonna melt at all. Although if it does, we can all just like laugh. Oh God. Should I be scared of these giant mountain goats? Like, I seem to remember like a normal ass goat like killing a trading caravan once. We have giant mountain goats. Are they in time simulation? Yeah, which is probably why I've never seen them. I mean, you have to try pretty hard to tell your militia to beat a pet to death with hammers. You have to try really hard to do that. That's definitely ice. We're building in this biome is like on the edge of a mountain range. Here, I can show you. We're right on the edge of a mountain range. And then this is a good biome glacier. So this is a Joyous Wilds biome, but it's a glacier. So hopefully we get something fun spawning. So far, it's just been giant mountain goats, which are in the Untamed Wilds biome up at the top. But we are digging in this glacier. The whole point of this fort is, well, it's my holiday fort of Giftvault. We're very far away from literally anything because this biome was too cool to pass up. The world's kind of big. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a little military and we're going to go demand tribute from everybody. Like everybody. Every faction I can find. And I'm going to give gifts to everybody and also terrorize some elves and necromancers and invite fun. It'll be a good time. But I think that we'll probably try and be done with this fort by Christmas. We'll see if we can pull that off. But then after this fort, we'll go back to Long Death, which is the fort I'm keeping alive for 1,000 years, which has a vampire in it now, which is a whole thing. A whole goddamn thing. A vampire that we made ourselves. Dwarf that got real mad and just like punched a statue, which is excellent. You missed that? Yeah, everybody did. It was a very quiet stream that day. A very unhappy vampire, yeah. Yes, that was on Tuesday. It was the end of Tuesday's stream. It was a very, very, very chill stream. But, Peter, I'm also going to put you into the military stuffs. But you're going to be a carpenter. Not a woodcutter, just a carpenter.
No, 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 no!
Sorry, did I offend you or something?
No!
Sheesh. All right, gonna make me some beds. Masons, you're gonna do doors, tables, and start a throne. You don't want to? Well, too bad. Oh, right, I need rock. Durr. Can you make blocks out of ice? I think you can. Nope. All right, well, we'll wait until we dig then. Thing to do is make a complicated door lock for the vault. I mean, I definitely need to make a vault and just fill it up with toys. Like, I definitely need to make a lot of toy crafts. Like, we need to make a lot of toy boats out of valuable materials and just put them somewhere. I feel like the ASCII's starting to make sense. I mean, if you need something explained, like if you're looking at something and you're going, I don't know what the fuck that is, just be like, streamer, the fuck that? And I'll be like, it that. And you'll be like, aight, and then we all good, right? So if you do get confused by stuff, just tell me and I'll tell you what it is. I will certainly tell you what it is. Kind of sticking with the round theme. This right here can be our stairs down. We just need to get to somewhere where we can make food or grow food. Being at the fort at the beginning helps? Oh, no, totally. Like, jumping into a fort in the middle, even in a tile set that you know, can be kind of complicated. Because it's like, wait, what the fuck is this layout? But if you're here today and tomorrow, we're going to be starting 2 forts in the next 2 days. Because tomorrow's day forts, where I do just a one-shot fort. So tomorrow I'll be doing a one-shot fort. And then after that, we'll be coming back to this one and just powering through and finishing this one. So there's going to be it's going to be all over the place. So the double tilde, which is the 2 white lines, if it's blue, it's water. If it's red, it's lava. If it's orange, it's probably mucus. And if it's yellow, it's probably pus or sap, one of the 2. Actually, if it's red, it could also be egg yolk, but that's a different point. Liquids, essentially. But if it's white, it's almost guaranteed snow, unless it's white sand, but in this case, it's definitely snow. So this stuff is going to periodically melt. I need to make a butcher shop, like now, so I can butcher these animals. And Pilot, what's your jobs? You dream of raising a family. Perfect. Pilot, you are going to be our butcher, farmer, tanner, brewer, and chef for right now, which is going to be a lot of hats, but mucus and pus. It can rain both mucus and pus in evil biomes, yes. How's it hanging? It's dangling. Barely. Twitch broke my VOD in half today and crashed the stream for a little bit, which was a lot of fun. But we're back now, so that's good. Let's eat those horses. That's how you butcher stuff. Just make a butcher shop, and then butcher goes and grabs stray horse and butchers stray horse. So once again, just hit Z, press enter on the top left. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Press enter on that. Select the animal you want to butcher. Press B to butcher them. And then your butcher will just go grab them and take them to the butcher shop and cut them into a bunch of little itty bitty pieces. And then they can be cooked and their hides can be tanned and all of that good stuff. If you just have a tanner shop already built, they will automatically tan the hides. IKEA fort? No. Toy fort. We're making toys. Giftvault. We're making gifts. The duck demands horse meat. We demand sacrifice. Why you no slaughter other horsey? Got distracted. Oh, what? Excuse me? Why did my butcher shop get demolished? Oh, I know why. I'm willing to bet I think it melted. Unless I accidentally designated it to be deconstructed. Let's see if the other workshops randomly disappear. Let's make a food stockpile. I melt your place? I didn't. The warm air in the room did. Brander, do you want to be a bone crafter? And that yellow down there is animal fat. I mean, it might actually be very convenient if all of these boulders just disappear in a few weeks. We're in mid-spring. We'll see if we make it through summer. Without the fort melting. You know, honestly, if the whole fort melts, I'm going to die laughing. I'm just going to throw it out there. If this whole glacier just melts and, like, everything just turns to water, I'm going to cry. That'd just be way too goddamn funny if that happened. A wombat and a yeti. This isn't a day fort, though. This is my holiday fort. So this is in the same world as Shattered Monster. The spooky fort that we did for Halloween. Yeah, it fucking melted again. What the hell? Dumb question. Does butchering generate heat? Today I just learned that you can make bone clothing. That's interesting. Did you know that you could make bone clothing? I didn't know that you could make bone leggings. I knew that you could make bone armor. I didn't know you could make bone leggings. Like, I knew that you could do, like... Tell that to fucking Lululemon. Yoga pants are leggings. So, you're saying that it's like Dwarf Fortress is actually a JRPG if yoga pants are leggings. The tighter the pants, the better the armor. It's just like Cyberpunk. You mean a bikini, Hayes? Although, I'm not gonna lie, it's the one thing I do genuinely like about Cyberpunk. It's like, Bellinaire was playing, I was watching Bellinaire play that the other day, and he's just like running around in a Kevlar skirt. He's like got this really, really short skirt on his character, and his dude's just like running around in this super short skirt. That's annoying. They didn't get it into the stockpile quick enough. Meat's rotting. Go get all that shit carried out. Come on, dwarves. And this guy's working on bone crafts. At least we got plenty of booze and plenty of food. Once they're done digging out that hallway, we'll get them working on that. We're gonna dig down and go straight through to dirt. Or cavern lair, whatever the heck I had first. This miasma's not ideal. So stuff rots if it's not in a stockpile, but because they took too long to get it into the stockpile, it all started rotting. Oh, normal mountain goats now, not giant mountain goats. Still haven't seen really any magical creatures or any indication that this is a good biome. What time of year is it? Late spring? We will sit this as a dormitory so that they can all just sleep there publicly. What does a hammerer do again? Caves the forehead in of anybody who commits a crime. Hammerer is like your public beatings expert, so will beat up people who commit crimes. What does a hammer dwarf do? They hammer dwarves. That do not, yeah. So if someone commits a crime, if you have a prison set up, they will put them into prison. If you don't have a prison set up, they will just punch them in the head. Yeah. I want you to drop the hammer on someone's head is what I want you to do. Looks like everybody's just storing stuff up there. God, those must be heavy bones. That's why you make candy hammers? Even with candy hammers. I've made candy hammers and still had dwarves just like beat them to a pulp. Besides, the hammer doesn't necessarily equip a hammer. My hammerers in Long Death don't even have hammers. They're literally like running around unarmed, and they still just two-shot dwarves. And not haul it away. I mean, it adds to the character of the room. Obviously. All right. Novi, you can have stone detailing. And Dragon Man, you can stick with just that. Brander, you can also have stone detailing. Even though there is no stone in the fortress right now, you're gonna start smoothing the circle. I mean, I prefer just unarmed hammerers over candy hammer. It's just way more productive generally. And just have enough prison cells that they can all go to prison if they commit crimes. God, that video is getting a shit ton of views. Like, I don't think I've ever had one of the news videos getting 600 views an hour. That's crazy. Like, look at this fucking graph. Like that, these are my views on the YouTube channel up until this morning. We be digging circles, minstrel. We be digging circles. So supposedly there's a light aquifer in here somewhere. I don't believe we hit it. Was that already layer 20? That was layer... No, that was not layer 20. Okay. Plan on getting reindeer? I'm not going to promise any animals. Considering they would all just die if I had reindeer right now. Minstrel, thanks for the 4 months.
4 months anniversary.
Thanks for keeping that subscription alive for 4 months. Cheers, man. Thank you for supporting the streams and keeping me here. I spent my animal luck on mating unicorns. Hey, man, we have unicorn foals and long death now, so fuck yeah. We have a unicorn foals. We have a vampire. It's good times. You know, I'm not gonna lie, there is a small part of me that's very tempted to just let that vampire and long death just kill everyone and then just have only one dwarf in the fort for a couple hundred years. I don't know. I think that long death is gonna change pretty dramatically over the next couple of years in game. Oh, saving. It's gonna take a while. Because we're into summer now. What will the vamp do? Eat dwarves. Or what will it actually do? Probably just become my bookkeeper. And live in its own area. But it did kill a dwarf. It killed one of my favorite dwarves, which made me really sad. Huge bummer, frankly. No, we just... I almost want to, like, pop up a stopwatch and see how long this save is in this world. Because it is going to be long saves. Waiting. But anyway, Donna Minstrel, how you doing, man? Thanks for stopping by. And anybody, it feels like a couple people also came in from YouTube too. So if you did just recently come over to YouTube or from YouTube, cheers. There we go. Save files finally fucking finished. And Donna Minstrel gifted a sub to Max. Enjoy those dwarf emotes and stupid skulls. Cheers. Thanks a lot, Minstrel. And Max, enjoy the skull emotes and the dwarf emotes. All right, I want to get this multied up. Jack, can I get a big round of beers for Minstrel being too kind and gifting a subscription? A couple of gifts gone out in the last little bit. 30 minutes ago, the 5-pack, and now this. Cheers, dude. Wrapping up the semester. Getting to take some winter time off. Your brain is fried. Nothing like fried brains, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just need fried brains. That's a craft store shop. You. Start making doors. Time to prepare for classes for next semester. Yeah, that's how it goes, right? You finish one round of classes and it's like, well, time for next one. And then when you finish school, it's like, well, I hope I can get a job so I can pay off all this debt that I've acquired. Friend of mine, when he was graduating university, I was asking him, I'm like, so what are you going to do with the time off that you're going to have? He's like, prep for having no time off ever, because he's officially a lawyer. This year has been much more work than others. How so? Is it just an important year for whatever you're taking? Or is it because of the pandemic stuff complicating shit? We'll see when we see you, Haz. Thanks for hanging out, man. Oh, right, Fair. That would also make a lot more sense. But yeah, especially... I actually wonder how many teachers watch this stream now that I think about it. Because, like, there's Goldpoke, there's you. I know a few other people as well who are also teachers who watch this stream. How deep is this map, I wonder? Let's find out. $168. Jeez. Deep map. Oh, we found gems. Few gems. 2 milk quarts. What, that it's more work teaching kids from home? Or students, I guess. I mean, that's understandable. It really complicates shit. It's like a whole new skill set that everybody has to learn. And yeah, and then you go back to school and it's just like awkward distance shit. A giant mountain goat is fighting with a dog. Oh, my dog is dead. Well, there goes one of 2 of my dogs. And people getting stressed out. I'm not surprised. Let's get a meeting area inside. Music is appropriately intense. I'm actually just going to set this up as an inn/tavern. The Copper Harvester, that works. Long-term residents only. So that should just get everybody inside. I'm also just going to go into stockpiles and I'm going to be like bars and blocks, gems, finished goods, leather, cloth, wood, all of this shit. And this is going to be a big ol' get everything inside because those giant mountain goats are scary apparently. Because, like, what did the thing do to my dog? It literally kicked the stray dog in the head. And the inner part collapsed. Yeah, it literally kicked its head in. Alright, we need to capture some giant mountain goats, methinks. That's a thing that we need to do. I'm sure they taste delicious. And then the other dog is, like, super injured. His right rear paw is mangled beyond recognition and his leg is dented. Oh no. That wasn't a puppy. That was a full-grown dog. Now we have to wait for them to bring all the stuff inside. And hopefully the mountain goats don't wander into the fort. Hopefully. Or maybe hopefully they do. Maximum comedy. So no cavern layers yet, eh? Well, food's gonna become a problem. Watch me then hit a cavern layer where I can't grow anything. Like, it'll just all be bare rock. We also have no water access, so I need to find water in caverns. I mean, unless I get magma up to the surface, like, stat, we're not gonna have any... unless I had lava on the surface, we're not gonna have any access to water. So not only are we gonna die of starvation, we're also going to die of thirst. I made some bone crafts, so we have a little bit of stuff to trade, but that's about it. Yeah, it is hilarious, isn't it? Well, we have no way of heating the ice, is the problem. But yes, it is indeed hilarious. I agree with that. What are the main reasons why you would want to dig down to the cavern layers to get eaten by a forgotten beast? I mean, Dwarf Fortress is a game that gives you options, right? Do you just want to build like a cute little town up on the surface, and the worst thing that could happen is you get invaded by a land titan if you have too many dwarves or were creatures? Okay. Do you want bigger things to fight? Do you want bigger things to fight? Do you want bigger things to fight? It's up to you, really. What is the actual reason to go down to the cavern layers? In this case, I need fucking water. But in your case, I don't know. For us, caverns will be our only access to wood, yes. Caverns will be our only access to wood. And also our only access to water. And also our only access to space for farming. So, for all of those reasons, I mean, it's not just forgotten beasts. Giant cave spiders, forgotten beasts, various other fun critters. There you go. But you end up, the thing with the cavern layers is you want magma. You want magma so that you can, you want access to lava so that you can make magma forges, because they're the fastest method of smithing ore. And the general consensus is that you will eventually hit caverns when digging. So they're like an obstacle that you have to deal with when you hit them, when in the quest for magma and adamantine. Of salt show up last night. He got turned into seasoning in one blow. Yep, that'll happen. My favorite ones are like the balls of water and like I once had a flying ball of snow. It was literally just like a sentient snowball. Investments are open. Heads up, chat. You have to just, I don't think you have 2,880. Check how many you have first. Exclamation point tickets. In fact, I guarantee you don't have that many. There you go. Gotta earn them, man. Yeah, anyway. I was hoping I would have hit cavern layers by now. Although I know that we were going to be doing a lot of running up and down these stairwells, which is why I've made these more or more FPS safe. This 5 pattern is more optimal for frames than the 2x2s that I normally do. I mean, pathing is a thing, right? So you don't want dwarves to ever collide. If they have to path over top of each other, that's a problem. Fuck it. I'm just gonna go down to layer 100. $120. It's possible also that I've missed them. Also, Garnerite. Oh. Well, shit. What's Garnerite the ore of? Nickel. Well, that's super useful. Not in the slightest. There we go. And there's trees. Although this isn't the first cavern layer. This is a deeper one. Ooh. You discovered a magma pool. That's a deep cavern layer. I think we stay in here. This is a nice cavern layer. Look at that little spot right there. We could totally just dig there. There's water. Where's the magma itself?
This is madness! Madness. This is stoned hobo. This is hobo. This is hobo.
Yeet. Madness, yes. But the real madness, hobo, is that Twitch broke today. Actually, no, that's not madness. That's totally predictable. And in fact, expected. How you doing, hobo? Twitch broke or booted me off of stream earlier today. Kind of sucked. That's a really deep cavern layer. Holy shit. All right. All right, let's go to... Oh, I see the lava. Chat, I'm suddenly extremely tempted to just, like, let the lava out. What happened? Oh, Twitch booted me offline. This is what happened. It's annoying. And I'm mad. And I want to complain about it. This is where you, sir, laugh at me, sir. Release the spicy honey. I mean, I could. We could totally bring lava up to the surface. Because that's very close to me. Like I would ban you for harassing streamers, sir. Nope, that's not what I wanted you to do. Hobo almost is unbannable. Not quite. Almost. Anyway, how's your day been, Hobo? What you been up to? Oh no, that needs to be an upstairs. Or rather, it needs to be none. Bans one, yep. I want to say I banned you once as a joke and then had to remod you immediately. Some migrants have arrived. Yay, fresh meat. Oh, would you look at that? The dwarf lost ghoul who killed 5 humans in Cruel Vine. 184 years old. Would you look at that? Dreams of bathing the world in chaos. Gotta love that. Well, let's let these new dwarves arrive. Notched blocks mistake hair bracelet. Yeah, you seem friendly. So what? 2 intelligent undead? A necromancer? 72 years old, also dreams of so we've got necromancers, intelligent undead, and dwarves coming in. But sure, you can totally be him. Let's just let all of these migrants get settled first. All right, chat. Call dibs. We got 2 undead. We got some peasants. We got some other things. At least the undead won't eat. We got a necromancer. We got a jeweler. A stone worker. Dwarves digging. This is going to be an interesting fort, I think. Yes, we have a necromancer. Mm-hmm. We're going to romance all of those necks. There will be many necks, and they will all be romanced. And they're already fucking singing and dancing. Well, they're making themselves at home, so that's good to see. All right, peasant. You can go have stone detailing. Go make yourself useful. You're a competent axe dwarf. It's interesting. All right, chat. So who wants a name? Well, we know that Touch Shriek wants to be Ingiz the Lost Ghoul, which is fair. She is the daughter of Cybrek Bullrock, an Usteth-geared plays, and is a worshipper of Detan, a casual worshipper of Meng, the crazy competition, an Istas, and an ardent worshipper of Thekan crevice crystals. Okay, I need to know what the crazy thing is. Okay, that's the god of mountains. Okay, the crazy competition is a deity of the turquoise rock. Meng most often takes the form of a female dwarf and is associated with chaos, war, and fortresses. Very Christmassy, very festive. You also, obviously, well, you worship Itas, who takes the form of a female dwarf and is associated with music, rivalry, song, festivals, thunder, rain, and agriculture. No, you do not have a name. Today, fort was started today, this brand new fort. You're very good at paying attention to streams, Hobo. This is why you're a mod. This is most often takes the form of a male dwarf and is associated with trade, wealth, and jewels. But let's find out a little bit about Touch Shriek. 184 years old, born on the 26th of Opal in the year 75. 75? 75? We're in year like 1,000 plus. You were dead for a really long time. Personally, truly values merrymaking and parties. Doesn't care one way or another about romance and doesn't really value independence one way or another. Dreams of bathing the world in chaos. Is not careful with resources when working on projects and often spends unnecessary effort. Is quite comfortable with others that have a different appearance or culture and generally acts with a narrow focus on the current activity. She is often cheerful and brave in the face of imminent danger. She has an active imagination and tends to hang on to grievances, doesn't often feel envious of others, and doesn't handle stress well. Well, it's okay. You're dead. You don't get stress, so it's fine. She has a noticeable lack of perseverance, and she generally stares intently when she's thinking. Hobo. Would you like to be a stoneworker, a necromancer, an undead administrator, or a peasant? What do you want? A partying ghoul? I mean, who isn't a partying ghoul? Like, let's be honest for a second here. Hobo is going to romance next. Hobo has 21 kills, 2 goblins, 5 dwarves, 5 goblins, 5 humans, and 4 humans. Not all on the same day. Urvad is your master. You worship 2 deities, the god of jealousy, Sosteth of the turquoise rock, and Titan, the god of caverns and mountains. He's been part of multiple gifts. He is a member of the Gifts of Candy, which is our fortress. He is the son of Ral Voltdagger and Urval Whip Fortresses. 72 years old, born on the 10th of Moonstone in the year 776. All right, something doesn't add up here, okay? For reference, we're currently in the year 1060. You were born in the year 776. His hair is extremely long. He is thin and incredibly muscular. His brass eyes are very round, and he has a clear voice. His broad head is very short, and his free-lobed ears are somewhat splayed out. He personally respects the development of skill and doesn't see point in working hard. I don't know why I sounded like silly when I read that, but he dreams of ruling the world. He's brave in the face of imminent danger, thinks he is fairly important in the grand scheme of things, and can easily fall in love and develop positive sentiments. He is slow to trust others and currently more distrustful. He finds obligations confining and is conflicted by this for more than one reason. Prefers to present himself modestly and lives a fast-paced life. He's currently more anxiety-prone, and he begins to talk in monotone when he's bored. All right, so you, Hobo, I wasn't going to do this, but you are going to run your own military squad. I need you to name your squad, and it's going to be you and all of the local undead. Just do remember, Hobo, this fortress is holiday-themed. So if you can think of something murderous and holiday or gift-giving related, you get bonus points. And if anybody else wants dwarves, we got opens. You know, we got that stoneworker. We got that. We got other things. So if you would like a dwarf, we can make that happen. And audio, what up? Can you be a not quite dead one? We got dead or not dead. What do you want? You can't be like a 50-50. How's the fort just started? So this is our holiday-themed fort, focused on giving gifts. Oh no, what? Next under the mistletoe. Re-gifting life. I mean, we could just be like the... something like that, but re-gifting life works. Currently, you're singing. I wonder what song you're singing. Oh, no, you're performing a dance. The Aquamarine Wisp is a solo performance dance. You're doing a solo performance dance, sir. Dancing alone. Regifting life. And these ones are all simulating different instruments. So there's a whole bunch of people accompanying you with the Rhyming Mother. The Rhyming Mother is the name of the music that accompanies your solo dance, and you're doing a solo dance. Which is kind of awesome. You're older than 280 years old, dude. Well, at least if we, like, don't have time to make food. You can't die, so that's a bonus, Hobo. I need to get them down here so that we can harvest that, like, stat. Actually, no, sorry. I mean, you're probably less than that because you're technically 72 years old, which means you've only been alive for 72 years. You don't feel anything while performing. Fair enough. Ooh, what story are they telling? In the early... Oh. Disappoint. What's up, Desperate Laundry? I need to desperately do laundry today. True story. So I don't know. I don't know how old you are. You're probably somewhere in the middle. So, any bets as to whether or not we're going to get immediately hit with underground critters? I'm a little worried, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little bit worried. What do we have? Just a wombat and a yeti? All right. And then this right here is supposedly a lava pool. But I haven't seen the top of it yet. I don't know. You know what? Let's just send this squad down up here. Hobo, I need you to go station with your ghouls. I mean, if you want to start predictions and shit, you're more than welcome to do that. I have no control over that stuff. What if we just, like, start a lava flow? I mean, like, that would be fine. Will hobos ghouls get 8? That doesn't even make sense. See, chat, this is why I have the best mods on Twitch that have no idea what the heck they're doing half the time. I don't know what that means. I mean, no? Will your ghouls die? I mean, they're already dead, you dumb. It's not like it matters. That's why I said 8. But, like, that's... Like I said, Hobo's a very good mod. He knows a lot about Dwarf Fortress. He's very knowledgeable in this game. I don't think he's played it yet, but he watches a lot, so knows exactly what he's talking about. So, will Hobo's ghouls get 8? Also, the fact that your necromancer just or that Hobo and, like, the undead just immediately started dancing when they got here literally just, like, make me think that they're just a band that showed up. I am literally Ghost. Well, you are definitely a Satan Pope, yes. All right. Let's get some plump helmets up in here. Also, for anybody just tuning in, one of the first things that happened in this fort is a giant mountain goat kicked one of my dogs to death. So, thanks, Norstat. They're the ones that got turned down from the Thriller music video. Yeah. That you can say again. Shut off seeds in that screen. No water source. I beg to differ. We definitely have a water source. It's just really far away. Are you in this storm? What storm? I mean, it rained for a minute earlier, but it's been pretty chill today, if that's what you're asking. That's gonna be our water source. I need to make a better one, but that's what we'll use for right now. Your points? Well, I mean, if you threw a lot of points at a thing, I can't help you. So far, this cavern layer seems pretty chill, but who knows? Let's see if anybody's set to gather plants. What the heck is that? Oh, we got creepy crawlers, chat. This means we're really deep in the caverns. That's what that means. Gonna work on rock blocks. I'm definitely in Northwest NA. I mean, what continent are you on, Norstat? You do realize how big North America is, right? Like, if there's a storm, so Hobo, you're not a necromancer. You're a lich, because you are an undead necromancer. You don't feel anything. Still labeled as a necromancer. In this world, Santa's a lich. Also, Santa is a Lich is my new Christmas-themed metal band. We only write Santa black metal. Black metal songs about Santa. It's pretty badass. Also, the game's saving, which means I'm staring at this. No, the Lich shows up on Christmas to give you horrendous night terrors and leaves coal in your stocking. Or gives you a gift that looks really, really nice. Then you wake up one morning and it looks at you. Game's still saving. So Hobo, are you gonna end the prediction? Because you're Your dudes didn't die when they wandered off into the caverns. Because if you don't end the prediction, because I can't, it's just gonna sit there forever. Merry Christmas, motherfucker. There you go. Prediction result is no. What is this system? I mean, it's the prediction shit is for like people who play battle royale games and shit. Will streamer die? Yes, no. Will streamer get 10 kills? Yes, no. Like, it really doesn't work for this system. Oh, okay. I didn't realize you could put timers on them. Like, it would work for my Minesweeper streams. All right, so good news is, chat, the whole fort isn't gonna melt. That's the good news. Bad news is I haven't hit any magma safe materials yet. I'm real tempted to just like fuck around with magma down here. No, none of the fort melted. Hmm. Real tempted to just flood the fort with lava. All right, this down here is going to be a stockpile for seeds. Rather big one. Whoa. What? All right, chat, change of plans. We're gonna farm up here. So we found apparently we threaded the needle. Classic DF. But that's okay. Cancel this. I'm gonna put a door in there because we also have this middle cavern layer at Z level 39, which will be significantly faster to farm in. It also has water. So yeah, we're just gonna live here. Makes a lot more logical sense. This is gonna be where we're gonna do all of our farming and stuff. So we'll keep that those lower farms for a bit, but we're gonna get rid of them pretty quick. Also, because I've had a dwarf for a while making blocks. You know, actually, let's just get rid of this one. might actually just seal this cavern layer off. Yeah, you know what? I'm totally gonna fucking do that. What? Oh, I know why I'm in the wrong menu. That's not the D menu. Durr. That's the P menu. It was like, why is that not working? Because I'm in the wrong screen, you silly. All right, we're actually just going to cancel this. Set that to be deconstructed. And never mind, we're gonna leave that open, but we are gonna set that to be deconstructed. Up here, I'm gonna make a new farm plot. This is way too intense music for farming, but I'm kind of digging it, I'm not gonna lie. Also, if anybody wants a dwarf in this fort, can totally get you dwarfed. Because there are tons of names available. We also have access to plenty of silk down here. Although the cavern layer is pretty deep. Put you in, coach. Do you have any preference? We got a stoneworker, a jeweler, a weaver, and an undead administrator. An undead administrator. Yep. Well, technically a lost ghoul. There's 2 lost ghouls. Not to be confused with lost boys. Nope. No one already has one. We only just started this fort today, Balinor. All right. Well, Shad, you can be this dwarf. The undead rotting corpse. And Balinor can be the stoneworker. Let's read about Shad, shall we? So first off, you have 3 notable kills. In the year 279, you killed a goblin. You killed a human in 344. And in the year 799, you killed another lost ghoul. You have 19 other kills, including dwarves, trolls, dogs, and whatever a Notchblade's mistake is. And mind, thank you very much for keeping that subscription alive for 14 months. It's way too goddamn long, but it's good to have you back. Ask questions about whatever the fuck. I mean, assuming it's not like, would you rather fight 17 mouse-sized zebras or a zebra-sized mouse? As long as you don't do that, we're fine. Although I might need to take a break in a minute to go get food, but I digress. You don't feel anything ever about anything, Shad. Chat, can I get a big round of beers for Mind keeping that subscription alive for a long time? You don't feel anything about anything. Ever. You're 156 years old, and you were born in the year 258. He isn't tall, but has incredible muscles. Very long sideburns braided, and his very long mustache is arranged in double braids. His very long beard is braided, and his very long hair is tied in a ponytail. His brass eyes are incredibly close set, and he has a deeply recessed chin. His nose is slightly hooked, and his ears have small lobes. His hair is white, and his skin is ecru. He personally does not care about friendship. and doesn't care about family one way or another. He only rarely feels strong cravings and urges. He's very stubborn. He can get caught up into internal deliberations when action is necessary. Does not find most jokes humorous and tends to be a bit stubborn in changing his mind about things. He is quick to form negative views about things and rarely feels discouraged. He tends to not reveal personal information and tenses up when he's nervous. When he's speaking, he usually lowers his eyes and tends to stretch his body when he's thinking. The Ghoul. Lost Ghoul. Lost Ghoul, we need to give you some other tasks. Like, I think I might just get you guys all on farming. Like, it would be real nice to just have, like, 24/7 farmers that, like, can just help with planting seeds and shit. Do I have any animal people here? No. Animal people don't really naturally join forts unless they're adventurers that have been purposely placed there. And since this is a brand new fort, we have not done that. And then Balinor. It's the other dwarf I need to look at. He is alive, so he actually feels things. Satisfied at work, satisfying remembering work. Good stuff. I like this dwarf. 56 years old, born on the 21st of Galena in the year 1004. He is weak, short, and skinny. His hair is wavy. His medium-length sideburns are neatly combed. Because animal people don't really function like normal societies in DF. They don't have culture. Maybe one day they will. But currently they're basically just wild animals. Unless they're adventurers. But I don't have any adventurers in this fort. Or if they happen to show up with performance troops. But we also don't have any guests here yet. So, cheers, Lump. How you doing? He is bored by reality and would rather disappear utterly and forever into a world made up of fantasy. He forms strong emotional bonds with others, and at times to his detriment. He is not readily moved by art and natural beauty, and he is not particularly interested in what others think of him. He is quite comfortable with he is, at times to his detriment, I lost my spot. He doesn't often feel lustful, and he can occasionally overindulge. He's troubled by this as he values self-control. He has a greedy streak and acts with a narrow focus on the current activity. Laughs loudly whenever he's nervous and needs alcohol to get through the working day. There you go. Welcome to the Fort Balinor. Oh, and the outpost liaison has arrived. I haven't made a trade depot yet. A not lustrous? Yeah, no, that dwarf feels no lust. Very true. You're not going to be like a Riptorus, or not, it wasn't a Riptorus, it was Axon who had like 11 spouses at one point in Long Death. I am your liaison from the mountain homes. Let's discuss your situation. There is much to share, Dragonman. We've updated your maps. What requests do you have of our merchants? I'm not entirely sure, so I'm just going to ask for, well, actually, no, I don't need to do that. I'm not entirely sure, so I'm just going to ask for all of the metal. But, like, I'm going to remove useless metals in a sec. I don't need zinc. Don't really need pig iron. Don't need electrum. Don't need tin. Don't need nickel silver. Don't need billion. Definitely don't need lead. Don't need nickel. Also don't need bismuth. I'll take the rest, though. We have finalized the import agreement. Feel free to go over the documents. Let's discuss what we're willing to offer you for your craft store ship. Finalize the export agreement. Feel free to go over the documents. Farewell, Dragonman. I look forward to our meeting next year. Our fortunes rise and fall together. Who is our diplomat? All right, did we get any traders? Okay, we do have merchants. Looks like they're all alive. Wonder how we got ourselves a giant cave toad. That was quick. Kill it! Beat the shit out of it. They got it. The axe dwarf punches the ghoul. Or the axe dwarf lost ghoul punches the cave toad in the lower body with his left hand, bruising the muscle and bruising the guts. An axe dwarf grabs the giant cave toad by the throat with her left hand. Did they kill it by strangling it? Hammer dwarf lost ghoul punches the cave toad in the head, bruising the muscle. The force twists the neck, tearing apart the skin. The dwarf, axe dwarf lost ghoul, punches the giant cave toad in the head with her right hand, bruising the muscle and bruising the skull. Damn, they punched the thing to death. Get wrecked. And then Hobo comes and cleans up the gore. What a well-behaved little lich thing. Doesn't feel anything at work. Good shit. How about you, Peter? How are you doing? Dwelling upon sleeping without a proper room. Well, aside from that, you're pretty happy here, so that's good. You am good cleanup crew? Yes. You is best cleanup crew. But yeah, no, to anybody who's new to the stream, we started this fort this morning. The theme of this fort is, or this fort's going to be running probably, well, more or less until the holiday. Until like the 20, I don't know, I might run it all the way up to New Year's. It depends on how much I like this fort. But the main purpose of this fort is we are going to be gift givers. So we're going to be giving gifts to people. Not entirely certain what that's going to end up being. I know that I want to trade with a lot of people, so I'm going to be demanding a lot of tributes, so we need a good military. I have another fort called Long Death, which is a fort where I'm just trying to keep it alive for 1,000 years, so that fort will come back, but this is kind of our middle of the ground one. A cat is fighting with a yeti. Rather, a kitten is fighting with a yeti. By that I mean a kitten is dead, and a yeti want to fight. Well, I'm seeing troglodytes too. A stray kitten has been found dead. Jesus, I wonder why. Maybe tell it not to attack a frickin' yeti. All right, let's make a seed stockpile. I don't think I actually have a woodcutter. So I think I will give it to Pilot. You can have woodcutting once you're done destroying these buildings. Then once you're done out here, I'm going to lock this door and wall that off. We're just gonna close off this cavern layer for time being. That being said, I do want to do something with lava down here. We're gonna make ourselves a lava smelter, I think. You would have put your money on the cat? Well, you would have lost your money. So in that case, how does it feel to have lost? What's the deal with Giftvault? Only if you tell me what's the deal with airplane food. Giftvault is is my holiday fort. What is this? What kind of stone is this? Phthalate? Is phthalate? Actually, I don't think it's magma safe. I was just wondering if... All right. What kind of stone do I want to dig in? So we need to figure out where we're going to sleep our dwarves. Quartzite could work. Don't really want to do it in chalk, though. You have yet to fight a Yeti. Yetis are a relatively formidable opponent. I mean, like, they're not terrifying, but, like, you don't really want to fight them. They're kind of like a big troglodyte-ish. Know the answer to that one? Some studies have shown that altitude and lower pressure lowers the ability to focus. So everything tastes blander. I'm not sure how that came up. I might have just missed part of the conversation, but that is kind of interesting. So what you're saying is don't start a restaurant on a mountaintop then. Well, there goes my business plan. My Mount Everest eatery is going to be gone. Oh, what's the... Oh, really? Huh. Okay. I mean, I think airplane food is just trash, but, you know. I thought we already knew that. Also need a drawbridge. I'll make a big drawbridge, I think. Exclamation point store, I think is what you're looking for. Are you looking for something specific, Hobo? Traders are still here, so they can't actually go there and trade. Oh, no, there is... Cud is not on any sale stores. Speaking of, I'm planning on getting rid of the Nexus, because, like, it's like store options are kind of crap. Like, they seem like good people, but maybe if, like... Oh, hey, they killed a Yeti. Or rather, this guy's fighting with a Yeti. Oh, yep, now he killed the Yeti. Swords Dwarf slashes the Yeti in the head with her silver short sword. Yep, that would do it. Slash it in the head. When I signed up for Nexus, I basically sent in a whole bunch of requests. Oh, hey, I just got a woodcrafter. Oh, some migrants have arrived. Okay, I missed that bit. Got a woodcrafter, another stone worker. Little interest in joking around. Doesn't try to get things done perfectly. Doesn't hold on to grievances. Minstrel, welcome to the fort. She's grouchy when caught in a snowstorm. 68 years old. Almost nice. Born on the 26th of Timber in the year 992. She has little interest in joking around, doesn't try to get things done perfectly, tends to hold on to grievances, and she has a calm demeanor. She is quite ambitious and tends to share her own experiences and thoughts with others. Prefers everyone live as harmoniously as possible and tends to not be swayed by emotions. Who died? No one died. A Yeti died. But the Yeti doesn't matter. You're gonna join the regifting life, or the not regifting life, the balls of smashing. Looks like it was just 2 dwarves in that crew. Trying to think how I want to do a tavern down here. But what I should really be paying attention to is this. This area. Especially considering there's troglodytes everywhere in here, apparently. Enjoy Cud, Silvershy. It's such a fucking good name. Or game. I'm apparently having a hard brain day. Brain doesn't want to operate proper. Interrupted by troglodyte. That's what I was worried about. Let's turn those squads on and see if I can kill those troglodytes. Unless they're all already dead. I think they're all... Nope, they're definitely not all dead. I mean, that would be why I'm not functioning, is because I haven't had beer in... I haven't had beer in a very long time. Well, not very long, but a while. A good while. Last time I had beer was... October. There we go. We're playing with fire here. Horrified when going into combat. Vengeful. Vengeful while joining an existing conflict. Doesn't feel anything. Oh, there goes another one. That was quite the splat down there. Blood and guts just going everywhere. You have a few in the fridge? You should start drinking? Yeah, I don't know. I just haven't been drinking for a multitude of reasons. Mostly related to personal health issues. I miss it so much. Like, genuinely. Kinda sucks. Okay, what the heck is that? Oh, it's a smear of troglodyte blood. Okay. I've just got like my dwarves down here just stationed. I'm also gonna give you and you wood cutting, and let's turn off their station. And they're still just standing there. You guys shouldn't be stationed anymore. What? Oh, there we go. You're just like cleaning up gore. What a bro. What a good zombie. I don't know. Now I'm just tempted to keep them as my only squad, really. The problem is I really need more axes. And like, it's not like I can make bone axes or anything. And I haven't found any good, like, weapon materials yet. Uh-oh. Minstrel's kind of injured. Hold up. Set that as a hospital. I need a chief medical dwarf. Well, no one has any skills in doctoring. So, I think we'll give it to that Weaver. Hey, Weaver, I hope that you like doctoring, because as of now, you're in charge of it, and you're asleep. That's not ideal. Give it to the Necromancer. I'd like to try and preserve the living first. Also helps that they're not heavily injured. Also, I don't have anything to startle the Necromancer with, so the corpse would just rot, and then I wouldn't be able to bring them back as easily. You really need fresh corpses, and you need an immediate way to startle the Necromancer. So not exactly an option, unfortunately. As hilarious as that would be, not exactly an option. Did this get suspended? Yeah, it did. Come on, unsuspend that shit. Also, why are we not hauling these corpses out? Come on, get rid of these mangled troglodyte corpses, please. There we go. You're dressing wounds. I'll be honest, there is part of me who's that's tempted to just like boot out the Necromancer just because of people suggesting make them into undead. It's like, but like then you can't manage them anymore, which is no fun. They lose all personality the second they become undead, so if I can keep them alive, I will, because I like dwarves with personality. I don't really like undead dwarves all that much because they're kind of boring. They don't really do much. They're just like, oh, I'm a mindless drone, and that just kind of makes the game a little bit too easy. On the bright side, we do have Gabbro, which is nice. See you later, Mind. Thanks for hanging out. And thanks for keeping that sub up. I don't want to make this out of Gabbro. Let's use granite. Poof. Man, my brain's in a bad spot today. I think it's a good thing that tomorrow's my day off. It's a fucking good thing that tomorrow is my day off. Because, to put it bluntly, I need it. It's not even like a brain no work thing. It's just dumb thoughts, that's all. Is the best way to put it. Dumb fucking thoughts. All right, I might actually have to disband this squad. Because, unfortunately, Dragon Man, I think I need to keep your squad disbanded for a little bit because I need my dwarves to actually deal with corpses. Or not corpses, to actually go cut down trees. And they are currently refusing to. Because I'm pretty sure they all just went and grabbed axes. Yeah, there's a lot of romanticizing about being a content creator or internet entertainer, or whatever you want to call it. There's a lot of romanticizing that happens in this industry, but genuinely, it's a job that you literally never stop working, regardless of whether or not you want to stop working. And there are like long periods of time where I will work ridiculous hours with no breaks, really. And this month has kind of been one of those. Partially self-inflicted because I can't really do much right now. I mean, my province has been on a pretty strict lockdown because of the pandemic for the past 2 months. And I'm at risk anyway, so I can't really go outside. And then combine that with also the weather's been winter, which I like. I like rainy winter weather. But the problem with that is it means I can't go outside and do the things I normally would in the winter. And I can't even like go for walks. So like my days off are just like, well, I just sit at my computer anyway, and it's been really draining. So because of that, I've just been working extra hours anyway. Basically, like, since November, I've been beat. Like, November was kind of when I initially got really exhausted, and it just kind of hasn't stopped. That can be said of almost any small one-man business. Yes, but with certain types of business more so. I don't know why I'm doing this spheres thing. It's been a while since I've done a very spherical fort, so kind of just having some fun with this. It's in some cases more than others, I guess, is the only way to really put it. Like, there's certainly like, you know, a lot of paperwork and stuff that has to be done in a more traditional business. But this like say for example, if you own a retail space, right? The doors close at a point and then you go home, right? I don't do that. I basically sleep in my office, right? So I never leave work. I'm always at work. If that makes any sense. I'm just always here. Which is fine. Like, I love what I do, and I wouldn't have it any other way. But there are times where it can be exhausting. That was a fucking Gorlak. There's a Gorlak in my fort. Hello, Mr. Gorlak. You just passing through? Just don't try to eat my chickens, please. It's like chasing my chickens out the door. All right. It's just leaving. Let's put you on mechanics because I need a mechanic. Make a bunch of rock mechanisms for me, please. So I got Killinite, chalk, and granite, and gabbro. All right, well, I need to start brewing. So let's get down to the cavern layers again. I might leave this as a pretty weak point in the fort for funsies. I love it when my forts have open weak points. Because it adds a degree of unpredictability to things that I really enjoy. Let's just get all this stuff blocked off. And dump that corpse. My chickens are finally coming back inside. Good. Harvest plants. Excellent. I don't know where I'm going to put my kitchens.